Hello and welcome. We'd like to introduce you to our product, ClassmateRate, an innovative solution for peer-to-peer critiquing. Before going into our product, we'd like to introduce you to our staff. Tucker Stewart is our Chief Executive Officer and manages all aspects of business development. Allie Brown is our Chief Marketing Officer and manages all marketing endeavors that are not sales. Bo Seo is our Chief Technology Officer, and her responsibility is the management of all types of technology, including on-location technology needs and the technical development of our product. Christina Lara is our Chief Financial Officer. As such, she manages all accounting operations and oversees financing. Lastly, Jamal Golden is our Chief Sales Officer. He works to improve sales to students, universities, and professors and companies. Together, we are the founders and leadership team of ClassmateRate. When getting into groups for projects, students have no way of knowing how their peers work in groups in order to make the best choice, and the students who perform well within groups have no way to stick out from those who don't. Based on a survey of Georgia Tech students, 73% said they'd be interested in a service which would help them pick better peers for a group project, and 84% said they'd be interested in a service that would display their technical and team-based skills in a way that would help them secure better groups and better jobs. Our solution is ClassmateRate, a website service featuring a rating system which allows students to review the people they work with for projects. Before joining up with a group for a particular project, students will have insight into who they want to pick and who they want to avoid. Companies recruiting these students can utilize our tool for a similar benefit, to see how potential hires work in group settings, as well as skills that they possess. Lastly, professors can use ClassmateRate to place students into groups and to gauge the quality of students' work to assign grades on projects at the end of the semester. There are a lot of companies that have similar features, but none that are doing what we're trying to do. The closest competitor would be Twerp, but their review system is anonymous and also only for Canadian schools. Certain aspects of systems like LinkedIn are similar, the way that you can endorse peers for skills, for example, but it's basically an online resume, whereas this is a real evaluation system for students. Taking all this into account, our competitive advantage is that we are first mover for American universities. As you can see on the competitive landscape, these companies such as Rate My Professor, Niche, Unigo, Turnitin.com, Blackboard are specialized on college professors and projects. Therefore, ClassmateRate could be beneficial to both students and professors, as well as employers. When looking at our SWOT analysis, the weakness and threats that ClassmateRate have are the few revenue streams, marketing, and the web applications of our competitors. However, ClassmateRate provides constructive feedback, an accurate review, as well as an increase in motivation. The trends are based on web applications and social media. Therefore, it is a great opportunity for ClassmateRate. Because of the way our revenue model is set up, we have three major targets to penetrate. First and foremost, we need to get students to use the system. We want to start at our home campus, Georgia Tech. Our Year 3 goal is to be heavily relied upon at GT, UGA, Emory, and Georgia State for a total undergraduate population of approximately 80,000 students. We'll then start expansion across the Southeast and outwards to colleges with less than 10,000 undergraduates. Nationally, our market size for undergraduate students in the U.S. is 2.4 million. Our second market is similar but requires different tactics, and this is marketing to the universities themselves. If they are on board, it will be easier for students on board and to get employers or recruiters to use it. In a further attempt to get universities on board, we also want to target professors, who are a subset of our university segment. There are approximately 2,500 universities in the United States, but there are nearly 1.3 million professors. We want to make sure to market to universities by marketing to their teaching capital as well. Another segment is potential employers, recruiting companies and such. Anyone who would have an interest in reviews of how students work with teams and what their peers think of their skills. It is estimated that 57% of American companies recruit undergraduate students. For Georgia Tech specifically, there are approximately 18,000 companies that recruit directly. We are applying this number to other schools as well by working with their career centers to see which companies recruiting from these universities would want additional information about the students that they are recruiting in order to streamline their recruiting process. Our core product is a rating and review tool for students and their peers. The augmented product is a tool to help schools maintain or increase student performance and motivation, and recruiters and potential employers increase their rate of success in hiring through behavior profiling. In fact, according to RightPath Resources Incorporated, 53% higher rate of success with behavioral profiling as opposed to interviews themselves with only 14%. The core benefit of ClassmateRate is that students are able to convey how peers actually work in a team environment and what skills, if any, they bring to the table. We're using a value-based marketing strategy. We want users to feel like they're getting the most bang for their buck out of the door. We're using a freemium model initially, with GT installation fee being waived and students signing up for free. Only recruiters and potential employers will have to pay to use the service, and only if the profile they're looking for is active on our website. After we've accrued a loyal user base and have demonstrated our value, we will charge each university a one-time $2,000 installation fee and $250 per semester for ongoing maintenance. If a recruiter or employer would like to pull a profile view, it is $15 per profile for a 1-week unlimited view. In year one, demand will be generated via word of mouth, as the founders of the company are GT students. Social media, general press releases, and search engine optimization for individual names for recruiters. For example, at Georgia Tech, we'll use GT-specific events and publications, including the Daily Digest, participation in startup and venture competitions, and publications in the technique. After recruiting fairs, we will send emails to the recruiters and the companies that attended and let them know that they can search for profiles of their applicants to see if they're in the system. Then they'll pay $15 to view each profile for a week. We will pitch to the 3 remaining Georgia schools over the next year and a half with the data from how our tests at GT went. After we expand to a national level, we hope to attend educational and professional conferences. Lastly, we will be cold calling Atlanta-based companies who are known to hire from Georgia Tech candidate pools. That is our product ClassmateRate, and we hope to see your investment in the future.